Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. Today it is July the 4th and that means it's time for a very special top 4 rundown. My top 4 American designed board games. We know that board game design is a global phenomenon. Plenty of wonderful Euro games coming out of Europe and non-Euro games coming out of Asia and South America and all the rest of the world as well. But today we're focused on games conceived of and born right here in the US of A, the wonderful country that I am proud to call my home for the last 14 years, in fact, the last 14 years today. I've tried to pick a kind of mix of games. These would likely appear on my top, any kind of top list that I created anyway. But I've tried to pick a bit of a mix of game types, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Starting off with number 4, and that is Ascension. I told you these would be games that would appear on my top lists anyway, and Ascension would likely appear on every single top list I could even think of. Anything that involves a table and some sort of game, Ascension is going to be brought up. I just love Ascension. It's brilliant, and it's designed, I should say, very importantly, due to the topic of this video, by Justin Gary, Brian Kibler, John Fiorio, and Rob Doherty. Now, I'm pretty sure that the first 3 of those are all in California. Rob Doherty, I believe, is in Massachusetts, so I could be wrong. But born from the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour. So essentially, the designers were Magic players, and this is about as close to Magic the Gathering as you can get in a board game. It's deck building, as you most likely know if you're watching this channel, and we've got wonderful cards, wonderful monsters, wonderful powers with which to build our decks and smash the enemies. Comes with a solo mode. Works great solo, works fantastic multiplayer, and the online game, also available through Steam, is absolutely brilliant. If you haven't checked out Ascension, I urge you to go and watch some of my videos on the channel. I've covered it a few times. We've covered it in live stream as well, and it's just all around high quality stuff. Ascension and all of his expansions comes in at number 4. I should probably be clear that I'm not really ordering these by any sort of rank, but we'll go with my next pick because it's next on the pile, and that is Parks by Henry Audubon. We couldn't mention USA games without mentioning the 59 parks covered in Parks. This is just a wonderful celebration of America the Beautiful. I'm sure if you have seen this game on a table or on a video anywhere, you've been amazed by it, as I was when I first saw it. But just look at this absolutely gorgeous stuff. We've got inserts, we've got mats, we've got cards, we've got tokens, we've got little goats running around for some reason. How did you even get loose? I don't know. We've got tiny little hikers and magical metal tokens. This game is absolutely gorgeous. Once again, if you haven't seen it, go check out my playthrough and my thoughts on it. I'm pretty sure I might have played this one live as well. So there's a live version and a recorded version. Look at this insert. It's just absolutely brilliant. You couldn't ask for anything more. The board, it's right there. Oh, it's just great. I mean, I know that an insert doesn't make the game, but it does make the experience a whole lot better. I think you'll understand. Some gameplay will be up on the screen right now. I haven't put this into editing yet. Obviously, I'm recording this live, but yeah, just look at this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you haven't seen Parks, if you haven't played Parks, solo mode works great. I haven't played it multiplayer, but I'm sure it's lovely. But the solo mode is just really easy. It's just really easy to manage, and I would 100% recommend this game, even if you are only going to play it solo. I mean, look at it. It's just so pretty. It's a pretty game, and pretty games get points. And points, I've introduced points now into the mix. All the games have, I don't know. Number 2 on the list, also scoring lots of imaginary points, it's Fantastic Factories. Fantastic Factories is made by Joseph Chen and Justin Faulkner. They happen to be from Seattle, Washington, the wonderful jewel of the Pacific Northwest that I happen to call my home as well. You'll see that it was awarded this Lucy Octopus Best Game Design Award this octopus used to live, or I mean not this exact one, but Lucy the octopus used to live in the Pacific Aquarium, or in the Seattle Aquarium, I should say, downtown. I think she managed to escape at one point, so that's why she's that's why she's crafty and puzzle solving, because she was very smart. Here we are, Fantastic Factories. What a lovely, lovely engine builder this is. You get cards, you get dice, you get a solo mode, you get these little dual-layered player boards. You get to roll a whole bunch of dice and place them places to make them do things. I really love engine builders. I love the synergy that they... Come on. I love the synergy that you can build with them. I love all these little weird machines that you can build, these little factories that all look kind of 2D flat artwork. I don't know, it's just good. The symbology works really well, and this game is one of those really good games where even if you lose, you still feel quite smart when you play it, and I think that's important. for puzzles and for puzzle-ish games, you want that level of difficulty where it always feels slightly out of reach, but when you get it and you make it work, it just works, and it feels so good. And this, Fantastic Factories by Meta Factory Games, is a fantastic example of that. Made and designed right here in Seattle, Washington. Got to do the hometown shout out, and yeah, definitely worth checking out. If you haven't, I think I've got some videos on this on the channel as well, so go check them out right after this. And that leads us with only one more game to go, and that is going to be One Deck Dungeon in the #1 spot, because it's the smallest box. That's, again, there's no order. This is by Chris Cieslak, and this, if you've watched the channel before, you will know I am a massive fan of dice chucking and character building and campaign winning and just dungeon crawling in the best possible way. Chris Cieslak, I believe, is as well from Massachusetts. So maybe I've got this kind of east-west divide going on here, with East Coast and West Coast. But, I mean, you'll be familiar with this. Again, if you've been around the channel for a little bit, you choose a character, you build up their stats, you build up their skills down here, and you face various monsters in the dungeon. A straightforward enough concept, but by golly, it's done well. The more power you have, the more dice you roll, the more things you can do with them, and you've got to hit various combinations of dice in order to pass each monster challenge. That might look like a trap, or it might look like a goblin, or it might look like a shadow. And all of those things are just... It's just done great. I can't wait to get my hands on the expansion to this, but I wanted to save it until I've beat this game thoroughly. I mean, like, thoroughly. So I want to play through and beat all of the dungeons with all of the characters, and I haven't managed to do that yet. If you're following along, we've got 2 dungeons down with our warrior. I've been playing with the archer and the rogue on the app version of this game again, which is absolutely recommended by me, because it's just great. I'll put some, again, you'll see some footage of me playing this probably over the top, but One Deck Dungeon, it is brilliant. Go check it out. Chris Cieslak. It's a relatively inexpensive game as well, and will provide you, I promise, with hours and hours of dungeoneering. And that's it. 4 games, the 4th day in July, and that's all we could ask for. I hope that all of you have a lovely holiday if you are in the United States, and if not, thanks for watching this list anyway. If you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you stick around the channel. If you enjoy this kind of content and you want to see more lists, because I don't do many lists, but if you want to see more lists, do leave me a comment or drop a like. That would be lovely. Check out the Discord if you haven't. If you want to support me on Patreon, you absolutely can. It would be wonderfully appreciated. I've got a list of my patrons up there on the screen. Go join them, see what the fuss is all about. You'll get some... Well, it's right at the start of the month. So we'll be doing some Patreon-only game nights. We'll be doing some Patreon-only behind the scenes and Patreon-only live stream voting. So if that sounds like a cool thing, go check it out. If not, that's awesome too. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and you're lovely. Happy July 4th, everybody. Happy America Day, and I will see you later.